I think that's good.
I just saw Josh like shaking his head the whole time. Anyway, Blake, how many fucking dicks do you suck daily?
That's a good question.
Zero. We've been dying to know.
The fans have been dying to know.
No, yeah.
What fans? Boom. Self-burn.
The 6 that are always there in the first day.
Yeah, this is shout out to the 6.
Muddy.
No.
Muddy's our fan.
Muddy is a fan.
Because he literally died to know.
Patrick.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat.
I love
Well, not anymore.
Stop.
But, no, seriously, what should we talk about? Because I know originally we had this whole plan for October to talk about horror movies, and guess what? We didn't. We talked about...
We were just so fucking busy the whole, like...
I know, I'm just
month.
saying, but...
You got LA'd.
We can talk about how I got LA'd.
Yeah,
Ryan actually finally got laid, guys.
Let's talk about, like, let's kind of give, like, a little, like, C.H.U.D talk update. So, like,
about our lives and stuff?
Yeah, so, well, kind of what's going on.
Let's let Ryan explain.
Do you have nothing?
I heard nobody else give any other fucking suggestions!
I said we could talk about, like, Goosebumps and shit. Like,
let's talk about Goosebumps. Are you watching the new show?
Well, but now we have to give a recap on our lives.
Fuck!
Yeah.
All right, real quick. I mean, it's a fucking C.H.U.D talk. We'll call it a Goose talk.
Goose talk.
Goose loose talk.
Shut up.
All right.
Oh, we got to talk
deserve
about,
it.
like, our favorite shittiest childhood movies or something.
Jesus.
Because I have a lot.
Favorite childhood.
Like, shit childhood movies.
Boy.
That are,
Wait,
ones
what
that
do you mean,
when-
like childhood
like
movies?
Troll in Central Park, Surf Ninjas.
I've never heard of those.
Yeah, no, those are mine. Like, what are your shitty childhood movies?
Well, I wouldn't call them shitty because they
Waxworks.
were like badass whenever I would see them. But like the Three Little Ninjas.
Dude, I remember growing up with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Three Little Ninjas. Did you ever watch the Double Dragon VHS movie? The fucking,
No.
I'm pretty sure I've seen the Double Dragon movie.
Yeah, the big fucking turnip guy.
It's been a while.
Alright.
Wait, I'm sorry, another good one would be our favorite, like, childhood horror movies. Like, what we used to watch when we were, like, fucking kids, like, in elementary school.
Absolutely, we'll do that. But on a side note, one of our members actually is
Dead.
Dead. Actually,
Yeah.
fucking rest in
Yeah.
peace. Shut up! Don't laugh, and you're dead.
There's
Oh,
a
memoriam.
But yeah, currently our member Ryan has moving to LA.
Well, basically
moved to LA.
As of Sunday night, I will be residing
Make it a date.
in Hawthorne, California.
Well, no,
greater
people are
LA
gonna stalk
area.
you since you just like.
I know.
Hey, that's how we get,
just
that's how we
hard drop.
get listeners. So stop complaining.
You want people to stalk Ryan?
Yeah.
All right, here's his exact address, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like all those, like, TikTok.
I was waiting for you to drop something.
But,
I was like, where you going on me?
so that being...
5870 Hawthorne Avenue, LA, California.
That being said, though, as a little, like, would it be PSA? Public service announcement?
That's correct.
Well, for what?
Our episodes are going to be a little more...
Shittier.
Yes. But they're going to be a little bit more distantly spaced out. Like, normally it was, like, a couple episodes every couple weeks. Now it's going to probably be a couple episodes a month. Until we figure out a better way to record Ryan. Not digitally.
I thought I gave it pretty good.
You did, but we have to test it first.
Yeah.
But once we get that rolling, our episodes are probably going to be a little bit more spaced out. So that's just a little update on that. But Josh has a good idea that we're going to talk about our favorite childhood horror movies. So, like, which ones would you take the...
Well, I
You
guess
wanna
I'll go
start?
ahead and start because I have a lot of childhood movies.
I might have to look up what some movies are.
When I was a kid for Halloween, the two movies that we were allowed to watch when I was like in super elementary school, like a little wee child.
Okay.
We used to go to the library because our family was really poor and like didn't have like movies. I guess like we had some VHS tapes, but we didn't want to buy horror movies.
Yeah.
So we went to the library and we got fucking Franken-Turkey. And that was the horror movie that we would watch. And it used to scare the shit out of us when we were kids. But Franken-Turkey, I think it was called like Bone Chillers or something. It was like one of those.
Chillers.
Yeah, it was like one of those like Goosebumps or Scary Stories in the Dark.
Oh,
or
like,
whatever.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah,
Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's one of those type series where it's got like these stories, but it's the most 90s or like it's the most like of its era, I feel like, because it has all of the really shitty camera techniques, like where the camera is like whoa, like sideways and stuff, and like
Yeah, who would
hidden
do
under
that?
chairs. Well, no, I mean like Like where it's like up next to the guy's face, but the camera's just moving. Like
okay, so it's like
it's
moving.
Yeah, it's like doing really weird movements. But basically, the premise of this movie is, I think I watched it a few years ago, and I think what I took from it was the school has this turkey. I can't remember what his name is, but they're gonna eat him for Thanksgiving.
Let's call him Bolivar.
Bolivar the turkey, and they're gonna eat him for Thanksgiving. And the kids don't want to eat him for Thanksgiving, so they end up creating a fake turkey who's Franken-Turkey, and he's like a monster. He's like made of metal and stuff. But then Franken-Turkey comes to life, and Franken-Turkey, I don't know what his goal is. He's like trying to kill the other turkey. And then they kill Franken-Turkey, and I think they eat him.
Well, that's not fair. It wasn't his fault.
Wait, they eat the metal?
Yeah. Well, I think they eat like the turkey bits.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is the turkey, when he's like a rubber thing that someone has on their hand.
Yeah.
But it has a sad
Like
face.
a sock puppet.
Like it looks super concerned. And so whenever the turkey's on camera, it's like some guy with like his hand like looking around and like screaming at the Franken.
I need to look this
All right,
up.
that's
Let me see what
that's
it
on the
looks like.
list of movies we have to watch because I'm actually
It's a short one. I think it's like maybe 10 or 20 minutes.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, it's just like an
It's a TV
episode.
show.
Oh,
wow.
My bad. I totally am stupid.
Yeah, fucking bone chillers or spine tinglers. I can't remember what
Spine
it's called.
tinglers.
The other
That
one-
should be our spin-off of Goosebumps. Should be like spine tinglers.
Spine touchers.
We're like the Predator. Let me touch your spine.
But the other movie I used to watch too. So the movie I coveted when I was a kid was The Thing.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they would always send me off to sleep, and then all the family would watch The Thing, like all the older kids. And so I was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to watch this movie!" And instead of that, I got Tremors. And Tremors was my like childhood horror movie.
Dude, I love Tremors.
Yeah, Tremors is a fun one. It's pretty campy, little like lighthearted lighthearted horror movie, I guess. I don't know what my brain was trying to say.
You said goof. But
Yeah,
then you, like,
little
said,
lighthearted
you
goober.
the lighthearted goober troopers.
What's funny is after I watched that movie, I got super into the Tremors series, and like my parents got me like the Attack Pack that had all the original 4.
Did you ever watch the TV show?
No,
Okay.
and the TV show is really hard to find now. I think I watched episodes, and I was like, "This sucks."
It just sucks.
Yeah, I just figured it out.
Well, no, it does kind of suck because there's never.
You watched it?
Yeah,
Damn,
I used to watch it all the time.
that's crazy.
I only remember one episode, and there was a mutant plant that was killing people. That's it.
It would be another good episode. It's like TV shows that don't exist that we loved. Like Surface was a movie that my family would like sit down and
Okay,
we'd
he said
watch it
TV
every
shows,
year.
and then the first thing he said was a movie.
It's a TV show.
Okay.
But we like sit down and watch it every
Surface?
like week. Yeah.
What's
It-
Surface?
Did you also say they don't exist?
Yeah, no, this one, like, it probably does
Where did you watch
exist,
it?
but it has no. We watched it on TV. But, like, now, I mean, in terms of it does no cult following. It's not like The Sopranos where people still
Right.
watch it.
Yeah, Patrick's watching that right
But,
now.
like, this one's a season long. It was canceled.
Good.
But, yeah, I remember watching that all the time. Basically. So, what were you going to say?
I was going to ask who aired it. Like, what
Don't
channel?
remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember anything. All I remember is we watched, like,
Black
every
Market.
episode. Yeah.
Darknet.
We saw it on the Darknet.
It was ABC.
Same thing.
The other, I was talking about the Attack Pack and
Yeah.
Tremors because I watched
My bad.
all those movies and I got like obsessed with them.
And when you say original 4, you mean 1, 2, and 3, and then the prequel.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
I would rate those like 1 is my favorite, but then 4 is my second favorite.
I liked 4.
I thought 4 was a lot of fun, and then 2 is my third, and 4 is the last one because it's too goofy.
You mean 3?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, but
in my
he's
brain.
rating it
Yeah.
4 twice.
No, he said his 4th would be the number 3.
But Patrick
Oh.
is correct. Yeah, the third is my fuck. The 4th one is
'Cause
my
you-
least
you
favorite.
said-
The 3rd one is my least favorite movie.
Okay, because you said 1, 4, 2, and 4.
Well,
Half of
so
4th.
okay. So 1 is my favorite. 4 is my second favorite. 2 is my
Third.
favorite. And 3 is my 4th favorite.
Okay, isn't 3 the one where they introduced the ass
The ass
blasters?
yeah.
I fucking love ass blasters.
But it's like a comedy movie at that point.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the new ones?
No, I've been meaning that we're gonna sit down and watch those ones.
They are awful.
But they have
Good.
They have
That's
Jimmy
our kind
Kennedy.
of movie.
They go to Africa. What's wrong with you?
Escape to
So
Africa.
they get
Zoo,
continually
yeah.
worse. So that's 5, and then there's 6,
Antarctica,
and then I think
right?
7. Yeah, but they're in a bunker the whole thing.
Oh.
What about the
I skipped that
prequel
one.
in like the cowboy days?
That's it.
number
That's
4.
4's good.
Oh, that's 4. Okay.
Yeah, 4's a lot of fun.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry, Blake. Oh.
I just like how I said, and by number 4 you mean the prequel, right? And Josh's like, yeah!
Do you think I listen to you?
You don't, obviously.
Exactly. Why are you
when we're
surprised?
talking, his eyes are like going into the side, but you're like this, like.
One of them is just like,
And in his head, it's just like that monkey clasping cymbals.
So my brother last year did a marathon of all the Tremors movies.
Oh, shit.
And he
God
was like,
rest
I'm
his
gonna
soul.
invite people to the Discord server. I'm gonna watch one Tremors movie a day for a week. And I think I watched the first one. I didn't watch the second one, but everyone left. So it was just him watching them towards the end. And he watched the 5th and the 6th one by himself. 5th one's really bad. It's like,
Nice.
there's a lot of piss in it. Like, the Bert guy is just getting pissed on the whole movie.
Wait, like
Yeah.
actual, like it's not.
Yeah, there's a
shitty,
really-
it's just,
There's a really weird scene
That's all I
where
was
he's
expecting.
trapped in like a lion cage, and he's like losing his mind, but the scene's got to be like a couple minutes long, and it's him. It adds nothing to the movie. It's him just like like, losing his mind, and then like towards the end, like a lion comes by and just like sprays him with urine. He's like, and it's like.
and this is a Tremors movie?
Yeah, and I can't remember.
Wait, what character? Sorry, the bird guy?
Yeah, it was Bert.
Oh, Bert!
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
only
thought you said
character-
bird guy too.
Bert gets pissed.
Yeah, so everyone leaves. Like, forget all
So
the
got in
Iron
a
Man
bird
characters
suit.
from the first and second one.
Yeah.
Once you hit the third movie, everyone's just like, okay, Bert is the main character in the
Yeah.
Tremors series. But yeah, 5 had a lot of piss in it. 6 I didn't watch because 6 they're like trapped in a
Bunker.
bunker, and then 7 I watched, but it was.
Is it? Sorry, is it still graboids in the
Yeah.
bunker? Why is that?
So I didn't watch 6.
Okay.
So, but he also said that was the worst.
We
of
gotta
the
watch
bunch.
it.
But
We gotta
7 was
5 and 6.
they're on islands, and so I wanted water graboids, and I was like, "Oh, sick! Finally, this is like what we've been joking about since we wanted Tremors 5." It wasn't water graboids; it was normal graboids,
Just on an island.
just on islands.
So like
Bert
Far
was
Cry
there.
3.
He just happened to be on one of these islands, and then it's like it's a bunch of rich people, and they're like, "This is gonna be the greatest hunt," but they all die off in like 30 minutes. And that's the movie, and then they kill the graboid.
So it's a 30-minute
Josh
long
got
movie.
so sad.
Yeah.
He like his like brow like furred. He's just like, and then they killed the graboid.
Is it just one graboid?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it the big white one? El
Uh,
Blanco?
Oh yeah, I think it
Yeah.
is. Wait,
Oh.
no. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of like, oh, this is like the big graboid. It's just a normal fucking graboid.
This is the grabbiest graboid ever, boy.
It's like the Alaskan bullworm.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I would say those are my favorite childhood horror movies.
Very, very good. Ryan, what would you think? Do you have a list yet?
So I've been kind of putting together a list sort of in the background, and I got into the horror genre pretty late, mostly because I just mentally could not handle.
Too scary.
It's too fucking scary, dude. Like stuff would give me nightmares.
I
But
wish I could still get scared from horror movies.
I tried to scare Josh and he shit himself.
Yeah. Instead, Josh gets scared of like what we say during horror movies.
I got scared of the foot scene and Talk to Me.
Everyone would get scared by
Yeah,
that.
I wake up with my cat just sucking on my
I
toe.
thought I did think what that last movie that we watched, frick, the one where the people walk at you. It Follows.
It Follows, yeah.
No, I thought that was creepy for sure.
Yeah, It
like
Follows is good.
even like currently, I was like, this is just like unsettling in general, especially since it's just a changing like figure or
Yeah.
person every time.
But when you think about it, we're all fine because we don't fuck anything.
Exactly. So yeah, we're safe. It's not our. Blake's like, speak for yourself.
No! I just want everyone to know I am very happily satisfied with my partner. I
You're gonna say that.
absolutely.
Nobody wants to know about your sex life, Blake.
I just
Just go with the joke.
I have to
I was
speak
trying
up.
to be funny.
Well, you weren't.
I was. Stop being
Are
offended.
they one of the 6?
Yeah. Yeah, Mallory totally listens to my stuff.
Totally.
I love you, honey.
So Blake's dead.
These are
Guy, wait, what happens when the It Follows thing gets you?
It fucks you.
Well, it like,
It like all leaves you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally does. Did you
Yeah,
say it all
remember?
leaves you?
Well,
What if,
that's
he's
what
one
he
of the,
said.
what if he's one of the six?
He's not. Oh, he totally doesn't listen
He
to
could be.
Well, he's not. When's the
No,
last
what
time?
if- he could be listening right now.
When's
And
the
he's
last
like,
time?
yeah, that's me. I do that.
Well, yeah, because so anyone doesn't know about It Follows this
I thought
entity.
you were going to talk about
Me
all
No,
too.
this.
I was gonna stop you.
anyone. So It Follows is this entity that basically will always be after you, and the only way you can give it to somebody else is by having sex with them. It basically is it's not basically, it is a metaphor for sexual transmitted diseases. But yeah, the way it gets you and kills you is like it basically fucks your bones into pieces and like snaps you 7 ways sideways.
Yeah. Yeah, so that thing was pretty creepy. Yeah,
Yeah,
like as
fucks
far as
your
like
bones.
modern
Harvey
horror,
Weinstein.
that's like been about the only thing that's like gotten me.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
We
Yeah,
established he's grounded.
I know, and I'm trying to like. I'm also trying to give these guys their chance to like cool off. You know?
Never. So
Anyway, going back to like
modern-
what yeah, that was a side tangent and a half, but like movies that like the first horror movie that I remember seeing was Poltergeist.
That's a good one.
And
Oh,
it's-
that's another one.
Yeah. I love Poltergeist a lot, and like I'm realizing now it's been like so long since I've seen that. It's such a
I watched
classic.
it earlier this year. It's so
Oh, you
good.
did?
I was
Yeah,
supposed to watch it for October.
I really need to watch that again.
We need to watch the remake.
Super quick.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
we don't.
Yeah, we know.
Did you see 2 or 3?
I didn't see any of the follow-ups.
Have any of you?
No.
Really?
No, I've only seen the first one, the first time with you guys.
2's got a really cool creature. 2 sucks, but it's got a really cool creature effect
Yeah?
where he's vomiting up like a half of a person.
Oh, I've seen that part, because I fucking
part
love that.
disturbed me as
Yeah.
a kid.
That
And
shit's
then
gnarly.
3's in a hotel.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know, and they also blew up the parking garage while they were shooting it.
Like, really?
Yeah, they
They,
actually
like, practically blew it up?
accidentally blew it up.
Oh, they
Yeah.
accidentally
How do
did
you
that.
accidentally actually blow
With
up a
bombs.
parking garage? Okay, guys, we brought this real
C4 and
tangent.
like yeah.
But yeah,
Blast
that's my poltergeist tangent.
No, I gotta watch Poltergeist again because I
They're
think
fun.
it's been like I was probably a teenager the last time I saw it, but I was also like I think my dad showed it to me when I was like 10 or 11 or something like that. I just like sat there and watched it with him. It was a good
Skip
time.
the remake.
Yeah, skip the remake.
No.
The other couple that I'm thinking of that like I watched as they come out was 1408.
Oh, hell yeah.
with
that's
John
a good
Cusack.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I was on like a real John Cusack kick for a while, and he hasn't like done anything recently.
I
But
was too for a while.
yeah,
Hot.
yeah. But yeah, 1408 was like pretty. I remember being pretty creeped out by that
It's
too.
the room one, right? He's in
Yeah,
the room.
yeah. It's the hotel room, and
Yeah, it's got Sammy Jackie.
it's got
in it.
good old Samuel L. Jackson in it.
It's pretty darn close to the original story, too.
I think I was desensitized when that came out because I saw it and I'd seen a lot of horror at that point.
Oh, okay, yeah. I definitely wasn't.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. It was effective for me at the
Cool.
time because I was still like a wee babby.
Yeah.
The next 2 I kind of remember like. Okay, so I'll just kind of go in order. Like, I think it was Stay Alive.
Oh,
yeah!
I was just talking
Were you?
about
Dude,
Stay
that's one
Alive
of my
and
favorite
Pulse.
movies ever!
So I really need to go back and rewatch that because I remember as a kid
You're
I
right, you
like hid my eyes for like most of it. I don't know why. I was
That
like
movie's so
such a
fucking
baby
cool.
about it.
Me
but-
and my brothers
Frankie
were like,
Muniz.
this isn't fucking how video games work, and we.
But that's how it should work,
We loved that
man.
movie.
What do you
now.
mean? You
It
want to
was
get
so
freaking
goofy.
killed?
No,
in
but I
real
mean,
life?
like, the video game that they show in that game, we completely customize your character. You can go in, like, this basically House of the
Horror
Dead
thing,
horror
yeah,
thing.
I
I'm
remember
like,
that.
The game part of that looks so
Oh yeah,
fucking
like the actual
cool.
game itself.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
without the dying in
I
real
don't want
life
to die in
part.
real life.
Okay,
Yeah.
Stay
good.
alive.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, because the way you play in Bloodborne, man, I don't know about that.
I'll be dead in a heartbeat. But it's funny because sorry, to go on a tangent.
Yeah, you're
real quick,
good.
We're gonna circle back to you, Ryan. We've talked about this before about Stay Alive, about how you basically can fully customize your character, have all the weaponing gear you want apparently, and that first fucking
Yeah,
guy
he
picks
chooses
a
a fucking-
lantern.
and his clothes is like
Okay,
a robe.
dude.
He's like, yeah, it's like well, he's wearing a robe in real life, but I think his character's wearing like, it's like a trench coat type thing. I don't think it's an actual robe his character's wearing, but it looks like the robe he's wearing.
It
But
looked like a robe
The
to me.
weapon he has is a fucking lantern. But it's funny enough because that's Milo Ventimiglia. who's like one of my favorite actors ever.
Vintage.
And then like I love that part because Frankie Muniz is like one of the heroes of that movie is Frankie Muniz. Dude, I love that movie. I actually try to write my
That's
own.
a good one.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I know it's good. I just
I interrupted you there. You said you were going to write your own. You wrote your own.
Oh yeah, I was trying to write my own like Stay Alive movie because I wanted to make a movie that was like these guys find like a haunted video game and basically I wanted to make it more video game-esque.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wanted to make that. Maybe one day I will.
Well, don't forget about the other hit video game horror movie, Devour.
Oh fuck! I forgot that movie was even about a video game.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta circle back. We gotta circle back to Ryan.
No, last one is Insidious. That I think that came out in like our late high school
Yeah, it must have been high school.
time frame.
Was it really?
I downloaded
Yeah.
that
It was,
shit.
it was in like 2000,
2010, 2011?
something like that.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you okay?
Like the later one, I know.
Yeah,
they keep,
that just blows my mind.
yeah,
because
the original one came
I
out
think
that
since
early.
they keep making it, I feel like it's a
Keeps-
newer.
yeah,
movie?
it's a newer franchise,
Yeah.
which it kind of technically is. Like most
It was
franchises.
2010.
Really?
Yeah. I actually liked Insidious 3.
Oh
It's okay.
my!
Really?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen anything past Insidious 1, so...
We should
yeah,
watch the-
Well, I think
gotta
1
catch
and
up
2
again.
are good to watch together because 2 like directly follows up 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
right after the
I
ending of
thought
1.
3 was fun.
I never got to 3. I've only
Did you
seen the
see
first one.
No, isn't 3 the prequel?
No.
Oh.
What do you mean no?
3's in like a hotel.
Idiot.
What
No,
are you
you
talking
said that
about?
about Poltergeist. And not everything can be in the same hotel.
What is happening?
Let me double check. Maybe it's not 3. Maybe it's like 4 or something.
There's
Oh.
5 now, right?
There's 1, 2,
Red
3,
Door and
the Last Key,
Yeah,
and
Last
the
Key.
so
Yeah, it's
The
3.
Devil
yeah,
Made Me Do
5.
It.
It's 3.
No, that's
3 that
Con-
you're thinking of.
is that Conjuring?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
It's not a prequel.
Okay.
What?
But no, we
3's
should
in she's in like an apartment.
we should watch the
4 is
Insidious.
Yeah.
Wait,
I thought 4 was Red Door.
I thought there was a prequel about like
The
young
Red Door.
Patrick Wilson.
It's not 3.
Really? Well, you sure that wasn't like a Conjuring movie?
It does say chapter
Yeah,
3,
I'm
so
sure.
maybe there's
I'm not
like a
stupid
third,
like
and
you.
This is like, oh, it's
The
chapter
devil made me do
Goes
it.
back.
Shut up.
I was excited for The Devil Made Me Do It because I was like, that's a somewhat interesting concept where
Yeah.
it's like a horror movie played out in a court scene.
Mhm.
And then I
Honestly.
watched it, I was like, oh man.
Oh, I never got it. So I've only seen the first Insidious. I've only seen the first 2 Conjurings, but I really want to actually watch most of that like universe because we did watch Annabelle and watch Annabelle Comes Home.
No, we
What-
didn't
what-
watch any of the other Annabelle.
Just the first one?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I didn't like Annabelle. But then we did watch. Oh fuck, the nuns part.
No, but
about that.
remember we saw like
None.
one of the later Annabelles was actually rated good on
Yeah,
Rotten
I don't-
Tomatoes.
I don't understand
Rotten
nothing.
Tomatoes is bullshit.
It is
No,
bullshit.
both the audience score too. Like
Even
Yeah,
that's
idiot.
bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
you're bullshit, Josh.
What?
You know what? Your movies aren't even on Rotten Tomatoes. You're just jealous.
That's
Okay, wait, hold on. We gotta make sure we finish with Ryan.
No. Okay,
La-
Ryan.
last honorable mention, which is an obvious one, is just Alien. I saw that, younger, and that was again with a dad movie that he was like, oh yeah, you gotta definitely see Alien.
Hey, little shithead, come over to watch Alien.
But yeah,
What did you think of Insidious?
that's hard for me to even like have an opinion on because I was a kid and I was probably too scared to like even properly watch it. So like most of those movies, like 1408 is the only one I do remember actually watching well, and then after that I just like was a wee babby, and then I haven't really gotten back into horror until like hanging out with you guys again,
Yeah.
basically. So yeah, this is kind of
I never stopped.
more fresh. Yeah.
Yeah,
You were
did
I came out of the womb watching horror movies.
Watching-
I'm gonna die
like an
watching a horror movie.
iPad.
watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I'm gonna die watching a horror movie.
So that's it for me. I think we can move on to Patrick.
Patrick, what
Yeah.
are some of like your core childhood?
Well, for me, it's hard to remember like when I actually started watching horror movies. Because like Ryan, as a kid, like I absolutely hated horror movies.
Mhm.
Like they would keep me up at night.
Yeah.
I remember
Which ones
watching.
kept you up at night?
Yeah. Let's dive deep into your
specifically
psyche.
the first American Grudge movie.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
love The Grudge.
dude.
The worst part is that
I showed that to my cousins and scared the
like
shit out
when
of them.
my brother would sleep, he would make a sound that sounded just like the fucking Grudge sound.
Wait, when he was sleeping?
like
Yeah.
snoring.
That's
you should
scary.
kill them
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
fucked.
You should just.
I
I did a motion of putting a pillow over someone's face. I nobody can see me doing that.
Nice action.
Why do you have your two fingers up like that? What are you doing?
I just remembered I need to add something super quick.
Go ahead.
It's about the ring.
There's
So
another one.
that was the first movie that like traumatized me because my brother would do this shit where he'd be like, he did it with Fatal Frame, which is an old.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I
Fatal
guess they
Frame.
still make
I'm
Fatal
familiar
Frame.
with
We gotta.
There's like a new
We
one.
gotta play that.
Yeah.
Fatal Frame's awesome.
Dude, I love the I've never played it.
But yeah, he would tell me like, this game sent people to the insane asylum. It's so scary, and so I'd be like horrified of them. But he did that with The Ring, where he was like, it makes people go insane. Night terrors, and they're never the fucking same. And I was like, oh my god. And I remember everything from the night where they rented it, and I snuck in and watched a scene. And I was specifically eating pigs in a blanket. And the way that our house was designed, there was the dining room, and then in between the dining room and the living room, there was the kitchen, and then there was the living room, and they all had doors separating them. And so my parents had like they were setting the movie up for like my older brother and my parents, and they had stepped away. So I was like, bro, we need to sneak in there and see some of this movie. They say it's so scary. And we went in there, and it was like they were watching like a behind the scenes or something, or like a commentary, like extras on a DVD. And we walked in, and it was pretty much like it was right at the scene where they're like, what's in this fucking closet? And they open it, and she's like, ah! like her like head falls in, and like her mouth is all big. And we were like traumatized. We like ran out screaming, and like I remember trying to eat the pig in a blanket, but like, I was shaking. I was like, ah! I couldn't like eat it.
I guess
But
picturing
then-
this little wiener going,
Yeah.
it's hot dog wiener.
But I watched it again recently. As I went over to my parents' house for Halloween, we watched The Ring.
You snuck in.
And I was like, oh my god, I've been wanting to watch this. Like, it looks
When was
so
this?
cool. This was like 2 years ago.
Oh.
And
You were
I
still
was,
scared.
no, I was the opposite. I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, the story in my head when I was a kid seemed so cool.
Legendary.
And I didn't know what actually happened. And it's the stupidest fucking movie I've ever seen. I was so upset. I was like,
Did you have like a bunch of pigs and blankets? Like,
no, we should have.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
yeah.
But no,
You guys
they
just
like,
shoved them all down.
they're like, oh, she's buried underground. I'm like, of course she is.
That's where you put dead people.
And she's like, there's a whole stupid backstory with her. Anyway, that's my The Ring story. I haven't eaten
Of
pigs.
course she is!
I haven't eaten pigs in a blanket since. It always brings me back to that time.
All right, Patrick, you were talking about the Grudge.
Yeah, The Grudge terrified me. I almost died. But I remember watching The Ring as well, but that didn't affect me as much as The Grudge did. I think it's because, like, for The Ring, it's, like, specifically, oh, you have to watch this videotape and stuff, so it's like, I'm not
I
watching
don't
that
have
fucking
that
thing.
shit. Yeah.
I said that as a kid.
Well, and The Ring.
I'm not done yet! No, that's good. What are you
The
saying?
Ring, really quick. That movie, like, you watched it all the way through, so you, like, knew it. Like, it was just in my head where I thought it was scary, so it was, like, making it scarier. The Grudge is actually a scary movie.
Yeah, because, like, when you're in the freaking dark, you're like, oh shit, is the fucking Grudge Girl's face gonna appear? And it's like,
Or the cat, like, the cat.
yeah, the
Cat
freaking
kid.
cat boys, like, meow. But now people are like, oh, I love cat boys. And I'm like, Jesus!
What?
Yeah.
Jesus!
But yeah, I was like completely terrified of movies as a kid. But definitely like around probably like high school and later on, I got better with them because I remember watching It Follows in theaters. That was 2014. I was good with that. But I also didn't have sex.
Yeah, this will never affect me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm immune here.
And but yeah, I ended up like wanting to just like watch a bunch of horror movies. But yeah, again, it's hard to remember like the actual childhood horror movies.
What are the Goosebumps?
Oh yeah, Goosebumps, of course.
That's a
Yeah,
TV show!
What? Frankie Turkey.
We should
It's
watch
like,
Frank
I
and
guess
Turkey.
more of,
We
like,
need to somehow
tradition.
find it.
Oh yeah, no, I get you.
Oh, Frank and Turkey's on YouTube for sure.
Oh, okay.
Like, we
Yeah.
can pull it up and watch
That'd
it.
be a fun
We
watch.
should, and then we'll all have nightmares because like actually the scariest thing. ever.
Yeah, my leftover turkey in the fridge is gonna.
Yeah.
You motherfucker! What was I gonna say?
Nobody
Yeah,
knows.
like the other than like Goosebumps and stuff, I can't really remember like actual childhood horror movies. Does crap? There was something I was just thinking of, but I forgot it because Josh had to bring up Franken-Turkey again.
ruined it.
Damn it, Josh.
See, this is why we have the rules.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah, but how-
put it into a tablet.
Oh
Yeah.
Carve them on the ceiling.
would you
Cardinal
count
rules.
Signs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I watched that. I don't remember if like the little water aliens traumatized me because it's just like there's water all over the place, so it's like just get Joaquin Phoenix to like throw
Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix.
Walking Phoenix.
Walking Phoenix.
Walking Phoenix.
Yeah, no, it's just the fetus from the PT demo. It's like running around.
She also had
Might I interject?
Of course,
Maybe
that's all you've been
Yeah.
doing.
With a
And
little
then-
sign story.
Do that, and then I'll interject with something you also said earlier
Okay.
with one of your interjections.
Okay.
Okay, Josh, intersection, go.
So, she said intersection. Wait, so Signs.
Yeah.
When I was a wee child, that movie, I was like, oh my god, it's so good, and I like love the aliens. The soundtrack is very good. I
Oh,
love
hold
the
on, another
soundtrack.
interjection really quick.
Yeah.
Village, I watched that too. That was good.
Okay.
I didn't get.
We
scared
should
of
do
it.
M. Night Shyamalan another
Oh,
time.
yeah.
'cause He was,
Yeah.
he was my favorite director when I was a kid, and I increasingly got destroyed with him.
I recently mentioned that earlier today, though, because they mentioned watching The Happening. I was like, we should watch like
Yeah.
previous movies back to
That's
back.
right. I watched that happening also.
Yeah.
when
It'd
I
be
was-
interesting
yeah.
to get the perspectives for the early movies. Like, I haven't seen Unbreakable or Sixth Sense, but I
Damn.
started with Signs.
Nice.
And I went and saw The Village at Edmonds Theater, which was cool.
Mhm.
But I was like, huh. And then I went to go see Lady in the Water.
Yeah!
at
Oh
AMC,
boy, I saw that
and then
too.
I was like, huh! And then, The Happening trailers came out, and I was like, oh.
Angry. Yeah.
But
You were like,
but Signs, it was like super good. I loved it when I was a kid. The part where the hand like grabs him.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It happens so
He
fast.
starts having an asthma attack.
Oh, no, you're talking about later. I was talking about Under the Door.
Oh, and he cuts his fingers off.
Yeah.
So I watched that movie recently because my roommate hasn't seen it, and I was like, "It's so good! It's one of M. Night Shyamalan's best." People always rate it down. I don't know why they do that. And I watched it now, knowing what I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. The acting is all terrible. The movie ends, and it has so many scenes that I remember. But that's it. Everything in between those is complete ass.
I think maybe you guys can agree with me on this. Maybe what we should do for M. Night Shyamalan is watch 3 movies. One at the beginning of his career, one in the middle, one towards the end. So watch his most
Well, his
recent one.
career isn't ended.
Well, no, I know,
Well,
but
late,
watch the most recent one. Watch something in the middle.
When
and
I'm
watch
done with
something
him.
early.
Yeah, that's
I would love to watch probably Sixth Sense and then watch The Happening and then watch what would be
What's a
his
late
newest
one?
one?
The Last Airbender.
No, what's his latest one?
He did old.
no,
Cabin in
yeah,
the Woods.
Cabin.
Oh, Cabin.
Yes,
yeah,
Knock at
Cabin.
the
What is
Cabin.
it?
Knock at the Cabin Door.
Thank you.
Okay.
I would
Cabin
love
in
to
the
watch
Woods.
all 3 of those next to each other.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'd be
because
down.
guess what? I've seen all 3 of those.
I
Have I seen all his movies? No.
well,
Maybe.
So to put a cap, we're gonna say something.
No, I
Okay.
wasn't actually.
To put a cap super quick on my Signs experience, I watched it recently and I realized someone was like, "Bro, Signs is so smart, but they're demons."
What?
It's all biblical.
I've seen this bullshit.
It's correct.
Yeah?
The whole movie, it's all a metaphor for religion. And at the end, he puts his little I'm a little reverend now, and he walks off. And I was like, wait, it's not about aliens. It's about fucking demons. That's all the movie that's about. This movie fucking sucks. And I got really mad.
So that's real. There are demons?
Yes. That it's and see that's
Then
what
what's with
pisses
the
me
crop
off.
circles then, huh? Huh? Riddle me this, Batman!
If you watch
They're
it,
little, they're demon planes
if
or
you
something?
watch it with the demon perspective, it makes sense. But the thing that's sad is that's a cool concept. That's
Yeah.
completely fucked up, and he messes it up, and it's so stupid in the movie.
Well, let's do it ourselves then.
Yeah,
The demon aliens.
demon. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just look like
Oh wait,
the
no, that's
pinky
just called
demon.
Doom.
Doom. Anyway,
That's Doom.
that's my
Okay, so
science.
hold on now. I think this is
What have you seen?
I think this is what we need to do. We
I'm
need to
tired of
watch
bullshit.
we need to watch his first movie, which is called Praying with Anger. Never seen it. We need
Huh.
to watch his first movie,
His-
and then I would say either Lady in the Water, The Village, or The Happening.
I feel like we need to be fair to women and watch either Unbreakable or Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
I'd
like
be
one of
down
his
to watch
first
his
hits,
first
I'd
movie.
Okay, well,
but-
do you guys want? I think we should watch 4 then, because
Okay,
I would
I'm
say
down.
we watch his first,
Okay.
watch Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, or even Signs,
Mm-hmm.
and then we watch The Happening or something, because right after The Happening he made Last Airbender, and I'm sorry, but I can't judge that.
Ooh.
And then we'll watch Knock at the Cabin. He's got like 3 things coming out soon.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's like back.
Oh wait,
busy.
no, we have to
You
fit
should
in The
slow the
Visit.
fuck down. The Visit's
We
really
do
good. I
watch
like
it.
The Visit.
But yeah, we will do an M. Night Shyamalan thing. So I haven't watched all his movies, but I have seen, hold on, of his 18 things that he's directed,
Damn.
minusing the TV shows. So that's 1, minus that 2, 3, 18 minus 3 is 15, minus,
Blake's doing math in his head.
minus, okay, so I have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've seen 12.
Christ.
You've seen 12. Okay.
Fuck me, man! And I've seen all twice! Because of you!
Hey, you're the one who suggested it.
Okay, sorry, you said you were going to say something about my
Yeah,
introduction.
because earlier when you were talking about The Ring, you said that your brother told you it was like, oh, it makes people go crazy.
Yeah, you do
But that
that
reminds
shit
me
all
of
the time.
the Polybius like arcade.
Yeah,
thing.
Polybius. I
That
love
conspiracy
Polybius.
thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that? I don't know
It's
that.
it's like some supposed arcade cabinet that like made kids like go crazy and shit.
Oh
Well,
my
so
gosh.
the urban legend was it was a
You're an urban
government
legend.
experiment. It was like a government experiment,
Yeah.
but it was during the time of MK Ultra. So the idea was they
Huh.
bring in this like machine, and it was supposed to be studying like
Brainwave
hypnosis.
patterns and stuff? Oh, okay.
It's definitely like a online urban legend.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like the Polybius machine would show up at your arcade, and then like people would be like playing it. I can't remember exactly why you would play it or what data they would be collecting, but then it would randomly like government guys would come and pick it up and take it.
Oh.
And it's been in like Simpsons episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Polybius is cool.
I gotta
I
look
think
that
it's
up
a cool
then.
urban legend. 9 Inch Nails has like a song where
Polybius!
no, it's called Less Than. I actually really like it. It's a good song.
It's called
but
what?
Less Than. The music video is like supposed to be a reference to Polybius.
Oh, nice.
That makes me think of the old Pokemon Lavender Town creepypasta.
Oh,
Kids
yeah, but,
killing
like, it's
themselves
the-
over
the-
the music.
This, if you listen to it, the backwards song.
Oh, is it
Yeah, I have to listen
is
to
it
it in reverse. or something.
horrific in reverse? Okay.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about the Unknown or whatever. The
Missing
Pokemon
No.
that
Oh,
destroys
Missing No.
your game. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
Missing-
my brother
yeah.
caught him and he's like, I did it! And then his game just deleted
Yeah.
itself, basically.
It'll wipe itself if you do the wrong
We really
things.
have to have, like, there's a lot of creepypastas that, like, went around a lot back in the
We
day.
should just read through a list of creepypastas.
I would
Like,
That would be
there's a lot
fun.
of good channels on
What's
YouTube,
that one with,
though.
like, Zelda? Is that,
Dude,
like, Ben is dead or something?
Ben drowned.
Ben drowned,
Yeah.
Some of the... I don't like the video game ones, because the video game ones are always like,
Are you too
I opened, I
'cause you
opened
play
my
video
cartridge
games?
and it had goo on it, and that's when I put it into my N64.
Right.
That just means your brother
Those are stupid.
There's one we need to listen to that's just, like, a joke one by Oni.
Oh,
He, like, posted it.
He made
it's,
a
it's really funny.
not to like super side tangent, but Josh, that also made me think of like that Petscop game. Does that sound familiar?
No.
Okay, I gotta look that up later because that was
No,
some
describe it right now.
that's like some weird like unfinished PS1 game or something.
I know a lot of those because one of my favorite things to do is just research all that bullshit. Like, LSD Dream Simulator was a really big one.
Oh,
for
maybe
a while.
maybe not. Maybe it was a
Oh,
ROM.
yeah.
It was like a ROM that came out in 2017. Does that not ring a bell for you at all? Okay. For some reason, I thought I'd heard that from you. It's like, yeah, okay. I have to do some research.
So
and
what's
delve
this
into
about
that.
the LSD Dream Simulator? Because that's an
It's-
actual game.
Yeah. So
that's creepy.
back when I first got into game collecting, those were like worth $200. I was like, 200 for a PlayStation 1 game? That's crazy. And I was like, I kind of want to get it because it's so rare.
Yeah.
But it was a limited release by a Japanese guy, and the game is based off of his dream journals.
Oh.
So LSD stands for Lucid Dream Simulator. But now they're worth like $900.
Wait, but that's Lucid Dream
That's
Simulator
LDS.
is LDS.
I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I'm not a fucking LSD Dream Simulator
Lucid
person, man.
Simulator Dream.
Josh.
Lucid,
Those
Lucid Stimulator.
Oh.
Stimulate my loose.
Okay, anyway. Sound like a cat fight.
No, that was the lucid stimulation.
Oh, I see.
Stimulation. Anyway, Patrick, did you have any other horrific childhood memories?
Not really. I was just trying to think of more like creepy pasta stuff, which is going off of the subject. But yeah, you move on to Blake now.
All right. Here comes the alpha list.
Oh,
All right.
God.
So first, Blake was born.
I was born. I crawled my way out of a womb. And I
You
was
crawled.
I fought.
Your
I had-
mom didn't even push.
I
the doctor was saying, "Crawl, Blake, crawl."
I killed my triplet brothers that I was born with. 'Cause there's
Jesus.
two other ones. I ate them.
You absorbed their
And
power.
I crawled out and I bit my own umbilical
Absorbed
cord and I
themselves.
crawled to the first television I could see and I immediately just started watching horror movies left and right. So I'm going to tell you the entire list of horror movies that are like
So buckle in, folks.
they're like it's like a solidified list. Growing up, this list was like my horror movies.
Okay.
Judge it.
Grudge 1,
That's a good one.
All right.
Resident Evil 1.
That one sucks.
Oh yeah,
House of the
remember
Dead.
seeing that
What the
one, yeah.
fuck? You watched that as a kid?
Yes.
Not after it became like a joke on the
No,
internet?
I watched it as like a kid.
Did you
And
like
did you
it?
like
Yes. Dog Soldier.
Dog Soldiers is
Dog
big.
Soldiers.
I think we watched that.
Night of
He
the...
pointed at the finger he put it on.
Where did you find these?
They were on Sci-Fi, or my dad was
Oh.
renting them.
Oh.
And then the Night of the Living Dead remake, the one that's in color.
Mhm.
The Thing, obviously.
Mhm.
And then there was I already said Waxworks, but Project Metal Beast was another one, which is,
fuck?
that's a werewolf that gets like metal skin, so he
Like
can't
Jason
get
X?
Yeah. Oh, also Jason X. That was a horror movie that I grew up with. So Jason X was one. Tremors, obviously. Critters and Gremlins. Those ones are also I grew up with constantly. What?
Josh has a
one
finger.
more thing.
Here we go.
Just
I
one
forgot
more.
about this one. This is a movie that not even Blake could see.
Uh-oh.
So there were those movies that play on Sci-Fi at like 12 at night, and
Yeah.
they're like the shittiest possible. But they're also censored,
Yeah.
and so I still have this image in my head of what this movie was, but I don't know if it was because of it was censored. It's Boo, with an explanation point.
Yes, I haven't seen. That's the
Yeah.
only one I probably have never seen in my
Huh.
life.
When I was a kid, I used to
I heard
like,
stories about it. Kids at school come
Yeah.
freaked out because like,
Whoa.
"Yo, dude, that movie fucking sucks." So that when I was a kid, I would look at the TV guide and I would go like weeks out to try and find Boo when it was going to be playing, and I'd be like, "We're watching Boo," and I'd like try and get my brothers to like stay up at 12 at night to watch this fucking super censored version of this ridiculous like 13 Ghosts style movie.
oh yeah,
Mm.
that's the other one I was about to say.
I haven't seen it in so long. All I remember is the sex scenes when they were cut. They were like,
Ooh.
"Oh God, we're gonna fucking bump," and then just like, "All right." So,
Hard cut.
and then
They're just smoking
whenever-
cigarettes.
Yeah, well, whenever they would kill one of the ghosts, they'd like hit him with a bat, and they would just explode into like gore.
Nice.
And I don't know if that was a censoring technique to like make it look goofier, because that's what the reason the shark looks in Jaws 4 when it snaps it and the shark explodes.
Mhm.
The reason
Yeah.
that happens is because they felt like when it just got impaled, it was too gory, so
Hmm.
it explodes. But anyway,
That's very good.
Yeah.
So let me try to finish up my list. Obviously, earlier I said Stay Alive.
Yeah.
That was one. House on Haunted Hill, the remake one. 13 Ghosts. That's another one that I was like growing up in my core. Ghost Ship, obviously. Queen of the Damned was also like again in the core. Arachnophobia, I want to say, was on there too, because I remember
That's a good
like
one.
that one was like part of like growing up with that.
What about Eight-Legged Freaks?
That one did make it for like I was like obsessed with that movie for a hot minute. I want to say Aliens, not Alien,
Hmm.
and then Predator 1. Christ, what else was there?
You probably
Predator's
watched
the
30
greatest.
Days of Night. I just thought of that.
No, I'm
just
thinking
now.
about I'm thinking of like my childhood.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
thinking of like actual
Oh,
childhood.
like ages
5 to
0
6.
to 7.
I'm like, yeah, from 0 to 7 basically, but I mean like from like 0 to like middle school. Like what
Okay.
movies were I?
What about
was
Zack
I-
Snyder's Dawn of the Dead? I said Zombie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zombies of the Dead.
That one also was like a huge one. A lot of zombie movies like really fucking hit me when I was a kid. But no, again, it's because what would happen is me and my dad and my
I like
brother.
Shaun of the Dead.
I also like Shaun of the Dead. Me and my dad and my brother would just sit down and either watch movies from Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, or we'd just watch shit on Sci-Fi. So there's a bunch of sci-fi movies like Cobra and Anaconda. Oh, Anaconda, that's a huge one.
I love Anaconda 2.
I've not. Well, which one's that one?
The Anaconda 2 Hunt for the Blood Orchid.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that I feel like most people have seen. I also
For me, Anaconda 1.
I got the promo.
Yeah, that one with John Voight.
Not, yeah, when John Voight and
He's
Eric
just
Stoltz and fucking Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Ice Cube.
Oh,
speaking of Ice Cube, freaking Ghosts of Mars.
Ghost of Mars.
But, so stupid.
But yeah, there's like
good.
so many horror movies that like are such imbued into my brain. Like 13 Ghosts is one of them. That one is so into my fucking skull and my soul. We literally watched it today.
Should we have waited for you to watch it?
No. He probably doesn't. I mean, shit. I'm looking at my movies behind Josh, and there's a bunch of horror movies that like I used to watch all the time. But yeah, a lot of them came from Sci-Fi. So of course, like there's Frankenfish, Boa versus Python, and also like the Python movie. But yeah, Anaconda 1 was a huge one for me, and then like shit, what else was there? Oh, American Werewolf in Paris. That movie was huge for me as a kid. But yeah. In Paris. Not London. I didn't see London till way later in life. And I used to think London was kind of boring compared to Paris because I grew up with Paris. Paris was my werewolf movie.
That was my shit.
It was my shit. Which is crazy because there's so many times like I look back like I'm like, man, that other movie's not as good as like that first movie or whatever that I watched. That one's the one that's way fucking better. And it's like the same thing with Aliens. I've seen Aliens multiple times before I saw Alien 1. It's the exact same thing with me in Star Wars. I didn't see New Hope till I was in high school. I saw Empire Strikes Back almost once every week.
Wow.
I was like a child because we had it on VHS as a kid. I'm going to my grandma's. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Put it in Star Wars.
That was kind of the same with me. I vividly remember like watching that a lot with my brother at the grandparents' house, and I would eat like a freaking untoasted s'mores Pop-Tart.
Oh hell
Yeah, I would eat grilled cheese because my grandma always made grilled chease and chocolate milk, and I would watch Star Wars.
And you like dip it in the chocolate milk?
Nope, absolutely not. I don't dip my grilled
coward.
cheese. I am a coward. But yeah, I'm a coward too. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of horror movies that I grew up just watching constantly, and then recently my boss was like, you know, watching a bunch of horror movies and listening to music all the time really messes with your brain. And I was like, I'm like, I know.
What a knife.
Oh, and also, sorry, I forgot to say, but The Grudge. Literally, there were multiple.
The Grudge.
Oh,
I think that was the first thing you said, actually.
But yeah, we used to watch that all the time, and one time we got in trouble, me and my older brother, we got in trouble with my aunts and uncles because we went over to the house for like a football game or something, and fuck that. So we went upstairs, and we brought The Grudge DVD, and we watched it with all my little cousins. And of course, my brother could do the noise really good. So for the first time after we watched it, we're all running around playing The Grudge. Like, oh, you're the Grudge girl, haha. Nightmares. All those kids had nightmares for weeks, and we were getting in trouble because, like, my goddamn kid can't fucking sleep because we watched The Grudge.
That's a brutal one too.
Yeah.
Like that's not an easy one. For
It's not. It was gnarly.
Yeah, your brother could fucking do the sound. I could literally do it.
I remember another movie. The Hills Have Eyes remake. That was a huge movie for me growing up.
I haven't seen that.
Fucking weird.
It is weird! Why do you think I'm the way I am? Oh, and Fright Night, too. That was another one.
Oh, Fright Night's good.
Right, Fright Night and Lost Boys. And everyone could be like, Blake, you're just listing all the movies you ever seen. No, you don't fucking understand. I watched these movies, like, biblically, as a child. Growing from child to, like, today! We literally watched 13 Ghosts today! And it's because I keep watching these movies over and over and over
I think
again.
the audience can understand.
Do they?
No, you need to yell louder.
But yeah, it's one of those things where like, because some people are like, oh yeah, you know, Blake, you're just like listening to all your favorite movies. You can't like all those movies. Because one time my friend was poking fun at me. They're like, every time you mention a movie, Blake, you say you love it. And I'm like, because I do.
You pull out a gun, like, what are you talking about?
They're like, oh, what do you think about this movie? I'm like, that's one of my favorite movies ever. Like, you said that about the last 3 movies I mentioned. I'm like, well, because I love certain movies.
What do you think of the Queen Mary's bullshit?
I liked it! I actually liked it!
I feel bad for you, Blake, because we were like yucking it up the whole time.
I'm probably gonna watch it again.
Bro, I don't think if we sat there, like, the only way I think I'd fully understand that movie is if we were like,
like eyes glued to the screen and like,
Clockwork Orange with it.
It was fine for me.
I know we're talking about like childhood horror movies, but like we mentioned that we watched like Goosebumps. Did you guys ever watch like Are You Afraid of the Dark and other stuff? Like
I was a Goosebumps kid.
Yeah, it was just like Goosebumps.
What was the
Goosebumps
other one?
Bonchillas.
There's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That's a book series though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
there's Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Goosebumps. I swear there's a third
There were
one.
a couple of
Well, you
them.
said Bone Chillers.
Bone
one's not
Chillers
real.
does not count. Bone Chillers
Yeah,
was
it
like
does.
the knockoff of the
It
knockoff.
chilled my bones.
The spine tinglers.
Oh, actually, I have like two other, I have another movie that I grew up watching, and it's like imbued in my brain. It's called Earth vs. the Spider. It's a remake. It was part of this franchise called Creature Features, which is, as you could probably tell, is where I got the name for everything. But what they did was they took a bunch of like 50s to 60s, I think maybe 70s, like B horror movies and just remade them. But then they came out with a bunch of action figures for it. So of course my dad's like, hey, my young kid could probably grow up watching every horror movie that's ever come out and probably won't get fucked up. Here's the Earth vs. Spider action figure, and here's the Teenage Caveman. Oh, by the way, Teenage Caveman movie, there's a whole bunch of fucking in it. But Earth vs. the
The
Spider
freaking
was...
action figures just naked, just fucking.
Huge cock.
But the Earth vs. Spider movie is about a security guard that reads a bunch of comic books, and he works at basically Super Spider Lab.
That's you.
And his partner gets killed, and this
That's
super
you!
That's Mallory.
and this super spider is getting like its blood drawn, like
That's me!
yeah. And the guy goes, "Wait, I want to be a superhero." So he puts his arm in and gets injected with
Oh
super
my
spider
God.
blood, and he becomes this like half spider monster. Where he's got like arms coming out of his back. He's got a big fucked up.
So it's like Man Spider, not
Yeah, Man
Spider-Man.
Spider.
You were telling me about it when you were watching
Dude,
it.
that movie was sick when I watched it as a kid because I was like, "Wow, look at the practical effects." And I had a figure of it, and it's gone now. Fucking idiot, baby Blake lost all his cool shit.
But you like
That
rewatched
sucks.
it
That
recently,
sucks.
right?
Expensive.
No, I tried.
You were telling me about it!
because I think about it all the time.
Okay.
It's in here.
I thought you were watching it when you were talking
That's why I
about
can't
it.
sleep. I just stare at the ceiling.
Like watching them.
I'm like, oh yeah,
You just like
man.
see it projected.
I'm like, remember in House of the Dead?
Blake's working off of 3 hours of sleep this
With the
week.
banana head like over and over again.
he's only slept 3 hours
Yeah.
the entire week.
The entire week.
Wait, I have one that I just remembered from high school. Do you remember Fear Itself? The TV
Yes!
show? Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Fear Itself.
Or what about Twilight Zone? Idiots.
Twilight Zone's so classic.
There's like,
You know what?
There's
You know what I
something
think
on the
about? Yeah,
Some-
no. I
Oh, I
literally
love
think
that.
about that because I fly. I've been flying so much lately.
Yeah.
I've been on like 8 flights this past month,
Oh, yeah.
and I usually get the wing seat, and it's
Good.
usually at night too. So I'm like, what if there's something on the wing?
There's a carpet monster out there.
Nobody
Remember
believes
the
me.
first one was like, and he's like looks like a big ball of carpet.
Yeah.
Carpet Beast!
Yeah.
The
That's
The,
the inside
It's
joke.
William Shatner.
the monster.
Oh,
Yeah, no, the guy who
Oh,
sees it.
yeah.
That's why he
Also,
says it like that.
I was like,
There's
what?
something on the wing.
Something.
Something.
But the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode with
Fuck
the bus
you.
gremlin.
Yeah.
It's based on
That
that
scared the
episode.
shit out of me as a kid.
That
Oh,
scared
really?
the hell out of me. And
I
then
thought
it
a
has
gremlin was gonna
Flanders
get
head
me
at
on the
end.
bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No, Blake, were there ever any movies that like actually got to you at all? Like made you
That's a
a little
good
scared at night?
I think The Grudge definitely did because I would scare myself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would I'd be like in the shower and I'll do this thing where you close your eyes and you wash your
Yeah,
face.
you couldn't freaking do that.
Put your other
And
hands,
I
like,
no, I literally
Yeah.
my brain would tell me, I'm like, oh, what if I opened my eyes and she was in front of me?
Oh fuck.
So I wouldn't
still do
open my
that
eyes.
sometimes.
Are you going?
No, I'm
Oh, I thought Josh was leaving.
I'm not
Oh,
kidding.
Pissing his
I'm
pants.
too
But
scared.
I'm trying to think of Hills Have Eyes definitely did when I was a kid because we watched it at night and I really got uneasy in the beginning of that movie. And then I would always go camping all the time. Prophecy! That was another movie. Prophecy with a giant mutant bear. Fucking that movie's imbued in my brain. It's a core memory.
When did that come out?
I don't fucking know. 80s? As the guy from The Thing. It's the guy who loses his arms as Doc. He was-
really?
Yeah, it's Copper.
Oh.
I was like, that's a darn guy. But
Arm guy.
Arm guy.
But no, I would go camping so
Not
much
again.
with my fucking dad, and I would watch all these horror movies that took place in the woods, and I'd get fucking
That's sick.
terrified.
Did you ever watch them when you went camping?
Wait, did you say Blair Witch yet?
I didn't watch that one till
Ooh.
recently. I didn't watch that one till a year ago.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's one you
Wait,
have
really?
to watch as a kid.
Surprised.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't watch it till a year ago.
Well, this idiot is like, oh, I watched it in the middle of the woods. It wasn't scary.
And I
Watch
was
it on a
running
tiny
around in
fucking
a
phone
VR
screen,
kit.
asshole.
I didn't watch shit when I went camping. We didn't have an ability to
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
I forgot that was back when you
Yeah.
had to take
Yeah, I'm talking about when I was a kid.
CRT TV with you.
Yeah, some stuff scared
Yeah,
me
the
as
late
a
90s.
kid, but it was kind of in a weird way. I don't want to
really kind of make me sound like I have like mental issues here.
Well, it's okay.
But,
we all already.
We're all
I
friends.
also like really like Stephen King, I like horror a lot. So every time I watch like a movie, I just would like my brain would just kind of run wild. It's like when we would go camping, I'm like, oh yeah, well there's like werewolves in the trees, and like I wasn't scared about it. I was just like, oh yeah, there's like creatures, blah blah. Or we would go camping certain places. I'm like, oh over there could be like weird mutants, like in Hills of Eyes, and like I would
That sounds
make
pretty normal.
I would make up like other horror stories, and like I would start writing my own horror stories of like werewolves and like
Just like
all this
etching the script into a tree.
Yeah.
Into your arm.
Into my arm. But yeah, nothing like I don't think ever really scared me.
Blake, what are you doing? I'm writing.
Give me some pen and paper. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I thought about as like a kid, but I don't think I ever was really like watching the movie. Of course, I probably got a little scared, but I don't think anything ever like kept me scared. But I of course had nightmares. And of course, like, you see something in your room, and you're like, that's a fucking person right there, and you fucking get terrified.
Yeah.
One time my fucking grandma scared the shit out of me, because I was like, I woke up with, like, this scratch in my arm. Like, it was weird. I literally woke up and I had this scratch in my arm. My grandma's like, oh, maybe something turned into, like, a smoke creature and stuck in the
Jesus.
I was like, what the fuck are you telling me, Grandma? I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, and then it turns out your grandma scratched you.
Gotta teach you a lesson. We actually need to end this episode.
Not yet. I had something I wanted to
I
say,
know.
but you.
I've got another one to think
All right.
of too, but yeah,
I'll wrap up.
it'll be quick.
Fuck you, god damn it.
All right, Ryan, what do you have to say since Patrick's being a moron?
Probably about like maybe half a dozen times as like a young teenager, I tried to watch The Shining. I can never get past the part of like the twins in the hallway, and then the like blood comes rushing
Really?
in. Yeah, that always like that was hard stop for me. I could not go past that part because it's just like it made me so uncomfortable. Yeah, it was like, and I still haven't like gone back to like actually watch it through, but I'm working myself up to it.
I think
We
I'm
gotta
watching
watch it together.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should watch it. I think I'm watching it.
that'd probably be the only way I could just get
you gotta
straight
watch
through
it during
it.
Christmas time when you come back. Merry Christmas,
Too. I
Shining!
feel like having people to watch it with would get through it easier.
Is better. Okay. Yeah.
No, it makes me more scared. I hate you guys.
Yeah,
scare you?
we're constantly like, ah!
Yeah, we're-
Like you were talking about like getting nightmares and stuff, but I don't think I ever actually got like a nightmare like what?
I'm sorry, I didn't explain what nightmares I was getting, so I gotta let you finish the
Oh,
nightmares.
I was gonna say like I never got like a nightmare that included things from the movies I watched.
You're gonna laugh really hard at me.
What?
One of the things I had nightmares of was the zombie elf from Resident Evil 2 Outbreak.
Oh my god!
And then,
God damn it,
the other creature that I had nightmares about that I vividly remember is in Diablo 2. There was these big ape things that were in caves.
Oh
Those
yeah.
things scared me.
Huh.
That and like God, what else did like actually like I would have nightmares about? Those are like the two monsters I can remember of nightmares having. But a lot of times it's just like I would just have like weird horror situations, like certain stuff from movies, because obviously the whole scientific thing about dreams is all the faces in your dreams are stuff that you see in real life, and of course if you watch a bunch of horror movies and stuff, a lot of that stuff makes it into your dreams and all that stuff. But I'm trying to think like actually nightmares that were attached to movies. I just don't remember them, but I remember the zombie elephant one a lot.
Dude, I remember when I was watching you play that,
Good
and the
shit.
freaking zombie elephant was like trying to freaking get you through the window, like
But yeah, I would think of. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's like, like Resident Evil, the first one was such a big impact on me as a kid because I never played a single Resident Evil game, and also like I wasn't really into video games. And then all of a sudden I watched Resident Evil, I was like, yo, zombies and they do cool stuff. And then of course I watched House of the Dead, which is one of the greatest zombie movies ever made. And that movie was fucking wild and crazy. And then on top of that, I would watch Night of the Living Dead. I was like, man, zombies are cool, and you can get fucked up by them. And then
Go say something else.
But then here's the thing: is like my dad was such a huge movie guy too. We just went all these fucking movies. I've seen some real dog shit. I know you guys talk about the dog shit I force you guys to watch, but not a single one of you have seen vampires versus none of you have seen zombies versus vampires.
Nope.
That movie is fucking atrocious. There are so many movies that me, my dad, and my brother watched. I was basically just 2-hour porn movies that had monsters tossed in. Like there was so much just like random sex scenes, some random bullshit, or like we would watch the most random. We watched Tomb of the Werewolf, or we watched like some weird mummy movie that had straight cut ripped scenes from the first two mummy movies, and they'd be shoved in this one with like 3 actors who literally just walked onto set, and then like some porn star. Like we would watch all this shit, and then we watched everything on Sci-Fi, and that's how I watched Metal Beast. Which actually, Project Metal Beast, which actually I rewatched recently. Doesn't quite hold up. Also because I don't think there's a version of it out there that's like well recorded. Because I watched it and the audio was all over the place. But yeah, it's about a werewolf that gets like metal skin, so they have to blow it up with a rocket launcher.
So sweet.
Yeah.
But the rocket launcher's made of silver.
Yeah, it was.
Silver rocket.
But yeah, Gremlins and Critters were also out there. I watched those ones a lot as a kid. Tremors, obviously, we talked about that one. And also, like, when I went camping, I would play Tremors.
Yeah.
And, like, that was, like, a whole thing. And then we would swim and we'd have to play Tremors. We have to close your eyes and swim in the pool and people make noises and you have to attack them.
Yeah.
That's how I bashed my head against the side of a wall. Because my brother got out of the pool and I swam like a tremor.
And you're just floating
little muscles on the sides of him are like moving with the legs.
But we do really need to end this episode because episodes can only be so long.
Yeah.
And the editing.
It's almost exactly an hour.
Yeah, so
Nailed it.
we'll go around in a circle and then I'll wrap up the episode. So sitting next to me is my name's Patrick.
Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Blake. Thank you for checking out this episode of C.H.U.D Talk. In the description below, please follow the link to the Patreon that we have now set up. And anything on the Patreon will help us continue the channel and help movies being made on the Daytripper side. Josh's thing is on his own side, which also... Josh, do you want to put the Patreon link in the description for your thing? We'll talk about it maybe.
Yeah, you can if you want.
But I'll definitely put a link to like your website. I mean your YouTube channel. But yeah, stay tuned for more and thanks for listening. And this has been a C.H.U.D Talk.
But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Good one.
But add in like the Vine sound effect.